Hello and welcome to the JB&M Sports Fanatic channel. Thank you for joining me for this video. And it seems like the Portland Trailblazers, they have actually figured out, at least right now, two favorites to potentially come in and be their next head coach for the Trailblazers. It's Clippers assistant Chauncey Billups along with Spurs assistant Becky Hammon. Both of them have been invited in for their second round of interviews. Obviously, that means that they aced their first round and that the team is strongly considering taking one of those two players in terms of, being their next head coach. So the interesting part about Chauncey Billups is that, when Damian Lillard was pretty much determining, like who someone that he'd be interested in seeing as, the next Trailblazers coach, Chauncey Billups was someone that was mentioned along with Jason Kidd, but Jason Kidd, he basically turned it down before it even became a possibility. So Chauncey Billups is certainly a strong candidate, with the Clippers and the success that they're having right now. And obviously, for Dame to have the respect that he does have for Chauncey, there's a good chance that I feel that Chauncey does get this job offer for the Trailblazers. But that being said, though, when you look at Becky Hammon, and I'll go ahead and pull this up here, another candidate, and she's the first, female coach to ever make it this far in the NBA in terms of being a finalist for the Trailblazers head coaching job. And so that bodes well for her. She's also interviewing for, I believe, the Orlando Magic's position as well. And so I like her odds more with the Orlando Magics in this scenario, just because I think they're going to try to make the safe bet in terms of making Dame happy. And if Dame identified Chauncey as one of the ones that he'd be, happy to have as his coach, I think that's the direction they're going to go. But I can certainly see, I think it's just a matter of time for Becky. If it's not the Trailblazers and it's not the Magics as well, then at some point, whenever Popovich steps away from the game, I can certainly see Becky be someone that gets consideration, and I think she'd be the leading candidate for that position. I think Greg Popovich would certainly put in a good word and say, that he wants her to be his replacement, should she still be with the Spurs at that time. And so, but certainly, great opportunities there for her. And we'll see how that plays out. Now, some of the other coaches that the Trailblazers have interviewed, during this time frame has been obviously Chauncey Billups, but also South Carolina head coach Don Staley, the Nets assistant Mike D'Antoni, Spurs vice president of basketball operations Brett Berry. So they've certainly done their due diligence in terms of looking at different aspects, different types of roles, bringing them in, and just see, what they have and let them interview and then choose the best candidate from there. So certainly this will be intriguing to see, who they decide to bring in as the coach and what type of moves they're going to make, because they have a very solid team, extremely solid, and they want to make sure that they maximize Damian Lillard and all that he's doing out there in the court and put him in the best position to win. So we'll see just exactly who that turns out to be for the organization. But with that being said, though, they certainly got to make sure that he is satisfied with the hire and that he feels the team's doing everything that they can to help him to advance so that way he can compete for a championship. But with that being said, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, as more news continues to unfold, you can be sure to find it here. So thanks again for watching, and see you guys next time.